What's up, Facebook land? All right, we are getting set up for our chats with Bina. Let's see. Let me. Hi, Barbara. Hello, everybody joining. Oh, hi. Hello, Yosef. Hello, hello. Actually, let me share this also on my Facebook page. Share this. Oh, there's Bina. Cool. Share this on your pages and in your acupuncture groups for us. We just want to keep spreading all of these live chats. Bina, I'm going to invite you on the screen. Let's see. Where is it? Here we go. Invite. Oh, I just invited you to watch. Wait, where's your camera button? There we go. I am adding you on the screen, Bina. So Bina's coming on. Let me share this on a couple pages here. Give us just a sec. If anybody is watching the replay, put replay. Oh, hi!
There we are. Hi.
Bina, my sister.
Everyone. Hey, so good to see you.
So good to see you again, too. Oh, I miss you.
Yeah, I miss you, too. I hear you're back. You're back in the States.
Tomorrow.
Not yet.
Tomorrow. I'm coming back tomorrow. I'm going to put a post up a little like after this about what's happening.
You have to come visit. You have to come visit San Francisco for sure.
I know. You know what I realized is in November, I'm actually flying up there for another Vipassana because there's a center about 3 hours from San Francisco. But I realized I don't have any extra. I didn't put any extra time in on my ticket because I wasn't even thinking. So
well, we'll catch up.
I know. We'll connect somewhere.
Come or change it. Change your ticket.
I know. I was thinking that because I was like, oh, I wonder if it's changeable. But anyway, that's in November. Okay, let me just share this. You want me to share? I think do you have your computer in front of you? Because you can actually share this while we're doing the live. But if not, I can just share it on your page.
I think it'll be easier if you share it actually.
Okay.
Because
let me share it now. I think I can at least share it, not on your TCM pages, because those are your admin pages, but at least on your Bina page.
Yeah, and you know what? We can, whoa! I nearly dropped myself there. Okay. Cancel. Am I still there? I'm there.
Okay. You're there. You're fine.
I'm online. The screen's kind of weird. It's showing half of my face and half of your face.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yes. So I'm like, okay, well,
is your phone horizontal or is it?
It's horizontal. Should I turn it vertical?
No, I think no.
I should be able to do any.
No,
I
horizontal.
should be able to do it anyway.
But that's so weird because when you do horizontal, you see. Like I see like how I see it online. Anyway, we can see. I see your full face. I don't see half your face, so you're good.
Well, I'm gonna go with it. My phone and the floor have a really intimate relationship.
I feel you. It's
a little bit. It's messing up my phone a little bit. You know what I mean?
I have dropped mine so much. I totally understand. It's just okay. It is what it is.
Let's go with it. It is what it is.
Let me just share this on your page, and then we can get chatting away. Let's see. Oh, hi everybody! I just saw everybody's commenting. Can you see comments on yours?
I am telling you, I can't see anything.
It's okay if you can't. Yeah, it's okay.
You'll have to tell me because my phone is just like, nope, not today. We're showing half of Alyssa and half of Bina, and that's all we're doing. So I'm like, all right, we'll just go with it.
That actually must look kind of cool. I wish you could just,
it's kind of weird.
Our
faces. Take a picture.
Yeah, like a screenshot.
I know, right? We should Photoshop it together.
All right, we have Gerardo,
a new breed of acupuncture.
I know, right? And then Laura, hello.
Hey, Laura.
Bonifacio. I don't know how to say that name, but that's an amazing
I love that name.
Yeah. Okay, so everybody on here, if you guys have any questions while we're chatting, of course, always feel free to put them up, and we'll get to them. And then if anybody's watching the replay, write replay in the comments and let us know you watched it. Any questions?
Yeah.
So, Bina, yeah, you're like, what's funny on my screen is that I'm the whole screen and you're like teeny tiny at the bottom.
Is that how everyone's
It's okay.
seeing me? It's okay. We'll just go with it. Let's just go with it.
I feel huge. It's funny. It's fine. Okay. So, that's all shared. We're good to go. All right. So, Bina, thank you for joining us today. So excited. You know what I love is that anytime I post anything about you on my Facebook page, I get so many amazing comments about you. People love you. They love, your coaching. They love your courses. So it's just, I just love the energy that surrounds you in our profession. So
thank you.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Well,
hi, Karen.
I do what
Karen
I love.
Just joined. Yeah.
Yeah. I love what I do. So, I love helping students get out there and trained, and you know what it's like, for sure.
Totally. Yeah. It's the best thing ever. Yeah. To help our profession succeed is just, it's the best thing ever.
No. And, we have a worthy profession, and the sky's the limit. We just need to get our people out there and looking, successful, feeling good.
Yeah, totally.
Jamming, so we can grow the profession. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
So wait, if you move your phone a little bit to the right.
My right? This way?
Yeah, you're right. That's why I was turning to see. No, wait, maybe you're left. Sorry.
How's that?
I forgot. Yes, there. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah,
yes.
you'll have to coach me on my framing.
Now you're more in the middle-ish. You're still at the bottom, but it's okay.
I don't know.
Is your do you have it on a tripod? Can you
I do have it on a tripod.
Lower your tripod?
It says low as it goes. But I can hold my phone. How's that?
Yeah, but you don't have to, because it might be uncomfortable.
That's going to get tiring after a while.
Yeah, exactly.
I had a brief moment of...
Put it back to the left again.
There we go. How's that?
A little bit more. Oh, perfect. When you sit back.
Yeah,
perfect.
I'll move.
Beautiful.
I'll move. There we go.
No, you were perfect. You're in the middle.
I had a brief inkling of, this is Mercury retrograde time.
Isn't it always?
But, it's very convenient when the tech doesn't work.
Totally.
Mercury retrograde.
The tech. I love that you call it the tech. I'm like, come on, Facebook. You're like, the tech. I'm like, oh, I guess it is tech.
It's San Francisco living. We're kind of
totally.
Anyway,
Totally.
let's talk about acupuncture.
Bonifacio has said, watching you while I'm doing acupuncture myself for stress. What an experience. Hopefully we're relaxing you, man.
I know. I hope so too.
All right, so Bina, let's start with you. I do absolutely love your story on how you became an acupuncturist, because we are soul sisters with how we love the gypsy nomad life.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, if you could share with everybody how you became an acupuncturist, I love this story. And this would be a great way to start.
Yeah, absolutely. So when I was 24, I basically strapped a backpack on and I said, see you later. I grew up, I spent my teenage years in the mountains of North Carolina, and I love it there. I'm still connected there, but I wanted to go see the world. So fast forward. So that's what I did for a decade, basically. Traveled around, lived in all these places. And then I slowly evolved, meditation, yoga, I had some acupuncture, but I was living in northern Thailand in this tiny little town called Pai Mae Hong Son. And I had, it was after I had given birth to my daughter, a couple of years on, but 2 years out after you give birth, you really start to oh my God, feel it. So I had this really great acupuncturist, Dr. Wong. I'd actually moved down to Chiang Mai at that point, and his family owned the only Chinese herbal dispensary in town.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I need some tuning up. I need to work on myself a little bit. You know how that is. So
had you ever had acupuncture before?
Once.
Okay.
Do you know what torticollis is? Where you get this neck, you wake up in the morning and your neck is stuck?
Okay, yeah.
I got that. I was living in Korea. That was the first place I lived. And I woke up one morning and I couldn't move my neck. And that was like my first time ever with acupuncture.
Okay.
But then I didn't have it consistently, or, you know, it wasn't really in my life. And then I met Dr. Wong. And I went to his family's herbal dispensary in downtown Chiang Mai, and he sat me down and he's like, you know, feels my pulses and takes some notes. And he speaks a little English, not a lot. He's from China, living in Chiang Mai. And then he's like, okay, give me your address. I'm like, give you my address? He's like, yeah, give me your address. I'm like, okay. So I gave him my address. And then he's like, okay, I'll come see you at 8:39 tonight. I was like, okay, let's go with this, right? He's really highly recommended. He's Montauk Chia's acupuncturist at his center outside of Chiang Mai.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, he's a big Qigong guy. But anyway, and so he shows up at my house at 8:30 that night. He puts my acupuncture needles in. He goes and makes my herbs while I'm like, you know, steeping in acupuncture. Isn't that great?
Yes, it's amazing.
I like totally am out, totally knocks me out. He removes all my needles, leaves my herbs next to the bed, leaves and locks the door. Well, it turns out he lives 2 miles up the road from me. Oh and gosh. So that was his practice. He, in the morning till noon, he would see people, do tongue and pulse, figure out what he needed to figure out, diagnosis stuff, get their herbs, and then the rest of the day he was out in his car driving around to everyone's house doing house calls.
It's fascinating. He must have just loved it, right? He must have just loved doing that and coming to take care of people.
Yeah, and you know, I think he's generations of, you know, practicing.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that was like really inspiring. I mean, he did this for me for like 6 months.
Wow.
6 months of
and
like
was it every day?
Daily.
Almost daily.
Totally.
Wow.
Can you imagine what that's like? I came back with like super G because I moved back to the States after that, you know. I was like, I'm going to acupuncture school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was it. And that was what your catalyst for wanting to go to acupuncture school. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. And so how did you see the difference in the shift in your health? You know, with that kind of treatment, like every day and drinking herbs and, you know, that also like, you know, what I teach because you follow my stuff about just how much of the healing is just loving and caring your patient. And like to have him come to you almost daily and take care of you like that, like what a beautiful exchange that you had with that practitioner, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have to credit because I moved back to the States 10 years in. I hadn't lived here in 10 years. I moved to San Francisco, Berkeley, not knowing a soul, with a 2-year-old in tow. And my mom's like, you'll be back. You won't make it out there. And I'm like, yeah, we'll see about that. It was Dr. Wong's super chi that like carried me through the program and, you know, on to the next thing. Because, for sure. It was good. I mean, I felt... My whole family is Western trained, right? Yeah. They're doctors or they sell pharmaceuticals or they're like, you know, in the hospital or something. So having this profound experience with the medicine was pretty incredible because this was health, you know. This isn't like, oh, but we fixed one symptom and now you got another symptom kind of thing. This was like, oh, I feel good, you know. So,
and how's have you ever had, just out of curiosity, because, you know, a lot of practitioners do struggle with things like this, but how was the support from your family since they were so Western minded?
You know, I have to say, like,
you don't have to go in detail, but like, just curious.
No, it's fine. I hope some of my family's out there watching. Right? So like when I went away, like, you know, at 24 and I came back and I'm like doing yoga and everything. And they're just like, yoga, what? And now my aunt does yoga. She's on a keto diet. My mom has an acupuncturist in I think Hendersonville or Asheville, North Carolina.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just like, you're just 5 years behind. I'll wait for you to catch up.
We just lead by
come around.
example.
We just lead by example.
Yeah.
I have to say my family's super supportive. They've always been supportive. They've always been like, you know, I open their minds, so it's good for them to have me around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Okay.
Totally.
Awesome. Oh, speaking of mind, let's talk about mindset, because, you know, I freaking love mindset stuff. And, you know, we talked about how, I mean, and also from what I've heard from people that are your fan club, you're so good at helping them with the mindset to pass these tests. You know, because I know when I took these tests, that really was the majority of it. You know, like I feel blessed that I actually was always pretty good at taking tests, and I always was aware of the fact that knowledge of your material was only maybe 50% of the test. You know, and being able to know how to take tests and how to go into tests with the right mindset and just the no anxiety and stress free, that was really the part that allowed me to pass these tests. You know, so I know that you help acupuncture so much with that, and I think it's so important. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that. Well, you know, I was there, you were there. There's such a big, I feel like it's a big test. And people make it bigger by the rumors and do you know what I mean? And all the little talk around that. And I think that in a lot of ways that's really normal. But the other side of it is, come on, you just finished a master's program and you've been studying at least a good 13, 14, 15, 16 years of your life, right? So if you've always passed your tests, why would you fail now? And, you know, that's really but it's normal to do. I see students really getting caught up into the fear cycle of it. But you have to remember, right? And that's all it is. It's a fear cycle because the trick, the strategy, the intensity of boards is the amount of information you have to know for your board exams. It's not like you do a, you know, weekend study session, take the exam, and then dump the information and go on. It's not that level.
It's months of studying, right?
It's a marathon, you know. And so if you're doing a little bit every day and you've got good systems in place for review and you're really you know, looking at where it is that you're weak, you know, you know, I think most people in school, they're either herbalists or they're acupuncturists, and they tend to avoid that other subject, you know, to some degree. And so when you get to your boards, especially like the California boards or Pan-Canadian, if you're doing part of that herbal section, you have to do the whole thing together. You have to kind of embrace that side. So I think the boards are good because you always have subjects you just don't want to embrace. And then you get to the boards and you're just like, no. And then you're like, okay, I'll do it. And they're like, oh, wow, I didn't see that connection. Now I see that connection, you know. And people come out of their boards and they all say to me that, wow, you know, I feel like all the information finally came together for me. It's like the whole thing fits and it's a, you know, closed system and I got it. So it's I think it's necessary. I think it's part of that journey that you go through. And that last board, those board exams are essential to sort of piecemeal the whole thing together before you launch.
Totally.
So, yeah.
How much do you think it affects people stress and anxiety wise going into these tests that they have financial skin in the game?
You know, we all have financial skin in every game though, don't we? Do you know what I mean? Don't you? Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Well, not every, but yes.
I mean, yeah, like,
A lot.
okay, so
Yeah.
what I mean is like, what if this is your career, whatever your career, you're going to be financially together with it. But the thing is you made a choice to go into acupuncture.
Yeah.
You've already made that decision, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's like mindset. It's like what you talk about, Alyssa. If you can dream it, you can achieve it.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you can dream it, but you don't know how to achieve it, you just figure out the processes, put them in place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
I mean, you can use me as an example. I came back to this country, hadn't lived here in 10 years. I had a 2-year-old daughter. I got her through school. I got myself through school. And
Yeah,
then
that's
I passed
amazing.
my board exams. And I built a successful practice. And then I built TCM Review. And you know, people are like, oh, but you're the exception. But am I?
I mean, we're all
You know
the
what I mean?
same. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm teaching. You know, is if
Right.
I built a 6-figure practice, so can you. You know, we're no different. You know, we're no
Right.
different at all. You know?
It's
I
hard
totally
work.
agree.
And I think
Yes.
the hard work is it's hard, grueling work where you have to do sacrifices. Does that mean it's impossible? No. Does that mean you might not want to sacrifice for that? Yeah. But that's something you have to kind of look at and kind of gauge for yourself, you know, but getting through the boards, it's a mindset. It is 100% a mindset. Getting your practice up and going, it's a mindset. Does that mean like you're going to be good at it at the beginning?
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe not. Can you be good at it? Can you learn what you need to do?
Yes, with support.
Right?
Yes.
That's why they got us.
Yes.
Right? That's what they got us.
Yes.
They've got
But
you,
yeah,
they've got me
I just realized
show
what
the
you
way.
meant about sacrificing. Yeah, when you study for the boards, I had to sacrifice a lot. I remember because I studied for, I don't know, whatever it was, 4 months beforehand, and that is literally all I did other than my part-time, waitress job. I just studied all day in and day out. Yeah.
Right.
But, passed it with flying colors, the first time. So
it's like one and done. Just those, 120 days out of your life, just do it once, do it right, get it done, and move on to the next thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have sometimes you have students that come in and they're like, they're like, yeah, it's July, and I'm like, yeah, the test is in whatever. It used to be in August for the CALE. And they're like, yeah, I'm going to go to Germany. I'm like, you're what? Like I'm having palpitations for them. I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Yes.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
So, so there's ways that people sabotage themselves, but it's not because the board exams are too hard. It's really, you have to commit. You have to commit to it in and of itself.
And it's those fears that you're talking about, the fears.
Yeah.
They get the best of us when we don't realize that they are taking control,
Totally. Yeah. Totally. They have to. And that's why, I think I spend a lot of time talking students off the ledge, which I think it's normal, right?
Yeah, totally.
Because I can't say, I mean, I can look back and say, yeah, I passed the test on the first try, but a lot of what you're experiencing is also human emotions around something that holds so much for you. And it doesn't mean that you shouldn't have those emotions around it. It means that you got to find somebody to, help you control
just support
those
you.
emotions, support your emotions.
Totally.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, something that I've been really understanding and learning and teaching lately is the fact that we're always going to have all these emotions, and the key is to not judge yourself for having them, because that self-judgment is what creates, going down the rabbit hole. And if you just have them and observe them and know it's normal and it's okay and it doesn't mean anything, then that's just the human experience, especially when you're going to do something huge like a licensing exam after being in school from 4 to 8 years studying and preparing for this. It's it's normal to feel that way.
Yeah, totally. It's totally normal. So I give my students a checklist, don't don't get a divorce, don't get into a new relationship, don't have a baby, don't get pregnant. You know what I mean?
Just put some stuff on hold for 4 months. Just 4 months.
That's it.
I love it.
Go into a deep, dark cave with internet and study.
Oh, that's great. I love it.
Yep.
Someone, Mike from Switzerland, is saying hi to you. I don't know if he's one of your students.
Mike. Yes, from a long time ago.
Aw.
Mike's awesome. Mike's in Switzerland. Mike, are you still working with I think it was the ski team. Weren't you with the ski team in Switzerland? Yeah,
awesome.
He's doing some cool work.
That's super cool.
It's great to see. Isn't it great to see all our students get out and do like this amazing,
it's so
amazing
great.
stuff.
I know. I just posted about one today because her passion was veterans. And she just like went for that, and it took like 3 years to finally build it up. But now like 60% of her patients are veterans, and like
that's awesome.
Oh, I know. I
that's
love it.
That's so good.
Because our medicine is so good for vets. You know, so good for vets. So I agree. Oh, Mikey said cycling. So he's doing something for cyclists.
Sorry about that, but I know that he's working with the team. He has a good job.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Fun job. Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so let's talk about the CALE NCCAOM changes and what the heck is going on with that.
Oh, I know, right?
There's so many like rumors that we always hear in our profession and back and forth, and it's hard to get really straight information on stuff sometimes, you know?
I know, it is. I mean, even at the school level, I mean, for all of us, because things are not, and there's a lot of movement going on. I mean, the one big thing with the CALE that's changing is that it's going to year-round testing, like the national exam.
So it's like a computer test?
Yeah.
Okay.
17 different locations in California, and you can test whatever you like. And
so anytime you want.
Anytime,
That's
6 days a week. That's huge, right?
It's huge, because that was so stressful. I think that whole like auditorium experience of having to go on this day in the hotel and like
right. So and then you have like 500 people in the room who are all taking this test.
And you have all their energy of stress, you know? So I think that changing it to the computers is way better.
It's going to be much better.
And then people don't have to wait to get their license, you know, or to test.
Right. They can, as soon as they graduate, you do have to graduate. As soon as you graduate, you can put in your application. It's like 45-day process, 60-day process, something like that. And you can go and test. So that's
awesome.
A big change that's happening for the CALE. And then, you know, there's this rumor of the NCCAOM and the California boards merging that's going on as well. And that, I mean, I don't know what to say about that. I wish I had an answer. I know, though, what's really great is that Nationals is letting practitioners in California who have been licensed by taking the CALE exam, they can pay $750 and get their national licensure without having to take the exams.
What?
So that, yes.
When did that happen?
Just a couple weeks ago. I think it's already up and running, and it should go through the end of the year or January, something like that. I'll send out a link.
Whoa!
Yeah, I'll put a link on my page for it. Yeah, it's
that is crazy. Are you kidding me?
No, it's huge.
Sorry,
it's huge.
Because I took all those tests also, you know, and put in the money, and I even failed one. I had to take one again.
Never mind.
That's unbelievable. That's like getting grandfathered into the NCCAOM license if you pass the California license.
Yeah.
I mean, that right there is showing that something is going on with those tests.
Something is. Yeah, something definitely is. And whether is CALE going to be absorbed into the NCCAOM? I mean, honestly, I don't know. Like, for them to go and put all this work into making it computerized, I'm like, okay. So I don't know.
It's interesting.
For the people I talk to, it's still like up in the air. Nothing's been decided. But
someone here says CAB didn't update their website until like last month.
For what?
I don't know.
For the testing, you mean? Probably for the testing.
Yeah. And then Mike says he's going to the World Championships next month in Austria with his cycling.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Mike, see, you can go be a teen acupuncturist if you wanted. You know, there's so much opportunity in our field. I can't believe how much opportunity there is in our field.
It's amazing. I know.
Yeah.
And Mike is saying, he's saying that something starts in February of 2019. I think maybe what we were just talking about. And he says, but you must have been an active member from California since 2016.
Not from, I thought it was before 2016. I thought it was before, but
yeah, I don't know.
We have to check on that. I thought it was before.
And then Alyssa, the other one is saying she was talking about CAB not updating the website for the computer testing change.
Yeah, yeah. I think
it
was a pretty sudden thing. I think they announced it, it was in March or April. They announced that it was going to go that way. So I'm sure they have, they've got their hands full trying to, I'm sure it's a
couple people here are saying before 2016. Yeah, before.
Yeah, I think it's before.
If you took the CALE before 2016, then you could pay the $750.
Yeah, I think it's a grandfathering in.
I can't believe that, because that means like people that never even got the license, they don't even have to study again, and they can all of a sudden just get their national. That is bananas to me.
Right.
Just because I studied, I'll get over it. I'm fine.
It didn't hurt you. It didn't hurt you.
No. It's just that's like
it was good
huge.
For you.
Like I had no idea.
Really
I just
huge.
hadn't even heard that. So that's huge.
Yeah.
Okay, so someone's asking, so if they take the CALE in January, I'd need to do the nationals still?
If it's before 2016 through, that's like the little caveat that I'm not quite clear on.
Okay.
Is that, it's before 2016 definitely, but does that count for those last groups as well? I would think everybody is being grandfathered in. That would be really weird, don't you think?
That'd be weird.
They didn't
let
everybody in.
Why they wouldn't do that, but you just never know with our licensing boards.
I know.
Mike has put up some type of link here about the NCCOM. We'll have to check it out.
Oh, nice.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So okay, so that's huge news. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
And then with your courses and stuff, then how are you adapting, that's the right word, everything to just help people with this? And, because you have separate courses now for CALE and NCCOM, and like, what's your guidance now for people on their game plan for the licensing and passing and just everything? What are your thoughts? Free flow.
So I feel like this change for the CAB is huge, and it's really good. And the key is to stay motivated, because with the CALE, it's a much more difficult exam than the nationals in that you have to study everything together. It takes longer. It's a marathon run. You can't lose steam. So we've started Facebook groups for our students where we can give them more support, and I can be on there daily and have more interaction with them. And then the CAB courses, it used to be that we would drip the information to them so that we give one class a week to our California students. But the classes are available because everyone's testing at a different time now. So recorded classes are available all the time. And then our live classes, we're running them they're 2 months on and then 1 month off. So we have live drills and case studies, which are about 4 hours a week of together work, which is fun. I love those classes. And so instead of offering 2 courses, 2 courses a year for California, it's just ongoing. And you can pop into those live drills and case study classes on Monday and Wednesday nights on an ongoing basis. So the whole thing is a lot more, it's a friendlier approach to students who are studying for the California boards. It lets you move at your own pace a little more. So
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, super helpful. I was just thinking that people can pay for the national, but you can't get the national then pay for the California license.
I know, huh?
Can't do that. Mike wrote, the link is for a document holding and have held by December 31st, 2016. Active, I don't know, my comment is cut off here. Wait, let me look on my computer. It's a very technical looking comment. Not sure what he's writing. Let's see. Well, I can't find the comment.
We'll read it after. Maybe I'll do my first live. Maybe I'll do my first live Facebook feed.
I know. I keep telling you to do it. Yeah.
I know. I love doing it because I love like interacting. That's my favorite thing.
Yes, totally. Right.
So
is the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sherry's asking, are live drills active for acupuncture?
Live drills? Do you mean in our course still?
I think so. I think that's what she's asking.
Yeah, we're going to do live drills in the Monday, Wednesday classes. We're going to keep them there. And then we're just adding a whole ton of online questions that you can take as you like as well. So we're trying to expand it out and give people options and help them fit it into, their schedule. So
awesome. And then I'm pretty sure that I just saw on your website that your last group of people, you had 100% pass rate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Like, yeah, like,
woo!
Shout that out. That's amazing.
Our courses.
Like, like that's amazing.
Of course we did. Of course we did.
No, that's incredible. 100% pass rate is incredible.
Yeah, our students work hard. I drive them hard, but in a friendly way.
Yes. Compassionate, loving way.
Compassionate, loving. So study. What are you doing on Facebook?
Yeah, I mean, well done. That's awesome. I mean, honestly, I've heard nothing but such great things about your teaching and your courses, and people just love it, and they rave about how much you have helped them and how much they would have never passed their test without you. Laura says, nice work, Bina. Yes. Celebrate Bina.
Thanks, Laura. Yeah.
Yeah. So Bina, keep up the good work.
Thank you.
It's amazing. And, you are super helping our profession, and I love that. And I want to acknowledge you for that because, we need these people behind the scenes, helping people out, big time.
Yeah, we really do. We need to build a strong infrastructure so that the profession has a good leaping off platform. And that's what you and I are, we build the support to get everyone out there and feeling good and working and being successful. The doctors have it, right? The other professions have it.
Yeah.
Why don't we have it? We need it.
We have it now.
We have it now. That's right.
Alyssa has actually asked, Bina, I took your awesome course and didn't pass for health and personal reasons. Is there still a discount for retakers?
Yes, of course. It's always half price if you didn't pass. It's always half price to retake. Awesome. It's a free retake. If we have regular quizzes and we have 2 mock exams. If you pass everything and you still fail your exam, then your retake is free.
Awesome.
Free.
That's super awesome.
So that's how much I believe in our program. Because if you pass with our stuff, you're gonna pass. You're gonna pass. If you for whatever reason you don't, we'll just give you the course again. We'll make the course better and we'll give it to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Cool. So everybody can find you on tcmreview.com. Yeah?
That's right.
And so now it's just rolling enrollment. There's no like start or end dates, right? So you can just join at any time.
Totally. Yep. Exactly. Okay. If they have more questions, they can always email me about that. And then Alyssa, on our Facebook page, TCM Review seminars, and also our Pan-Canadian exam page, we have a free daily question. So,
awesome.
it's never too soon to start studying. So
no,
never too soon. Yeah, it's never too soon to start studying.
Also, I think the free daily questions are great for acupuncturists who are licensed, just to keep our knowledge up. You know, I mean, I can't tell you how much I've forgotten since I've been licensed. It's no joke, you know? You forget so much.
And the beauty of Facebook is you can go in there and everybody is commenting, and it's like you have this little mini group, like little private little private study session happening right there daily, you know? So that's fun. It's fun. It's fun community.
Yeah. Awesome.
So,
is there any other messages or anything else you'd like to tell acupuncturists or the world?
Come find us at TCM Review on our Facebook page, and then come study with us. We'd love to have you.
Okay.
Very good, dear. Nice to
thank
see
you
you
again, Bina,
Bye,
for
Facebook
supporting
family.
everybody. Yes, and goodbye. And find Bina. She is the best, and you will pass your exam with Bina.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye, Bina. Thanks.
Bye-bye.